I'm here. How are you? I know it's kind of late today, but I had things to take care of, and I will tell you in a moment. Hope you're alright. Hi Julia, how are you? Thank you. Hello Jewel of Forest. Hey Starlight. I'm kind of tired today, but I'll be okay. Hey Leo, how are you? Hey Cassidy. Yes, you did it. You made it. Hey Harley. Thank you for being here. Wait, I didn't see you answer, sorry. Yeah, I'm okay. I had some issues, but I'm okay. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're okay too. I had some issues, but I had some good things too, so I'll tell you in a moment. Hey Courtney, how are you? Hope you all guys had a good week. Thank you. I'll try to remember that. You know me. Sometimes I remember, I just feel like, yeah, I need a break. But sometimes I don't. I don't know, I don't really notice. I'm like a kid. I'm a brat. Oh, hey Mary. Thank you for the hurt, and I love you all, you know. All of you guys, thank you for being here and supporting me and waiting for me sometimes when I'm late. Oh, I didn't put the rules yet. Sorry, I'm just going to do it now. I forgot. Oh my god, I hope you're feeling better, Cassidy. I hope you're better. Please take care of yourself. I don't know about these kind of things, but do what you're supposed to do. Be the most safe you can be. Thank you. I'm kind of good, I think. I'm trying. I have some stressful thing happening, but I'm okay. Let me just put the rules in the description because I forgot. I almost freaked out because of my mirrors there and because I was putting on my makeup. Don't tell anyone I wore makeup, just a little to, you know, to be pretty with Levi. And then I saw it from the corner of my eyes and I was like, okay, that was just me. Okay, let's put it in the description now. Give me a little moment. Okay, this, and I need the old rules. I'll try to be fast. I'll answer you in a moment, I just can't see right now, but I will. Okay, saving it. I think it's there. do you guys see the rules? Wait. I'm trying to see your comments because there is going to be a bit difficult for me right now. Oh, my hair is a mess, a little. Sorry. I just saw it there and I was like, nope. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Harley. Yeah, I noticed the rules were not here yet. Thank you for telling me. Oh yes, I read Harry Potter and I love it. And I'm a big Potterhead, you know. I actually have a poster up. I'll show you in a moment afterward because right now I don't want to touch it too much. Oh, thank you. And um yeah, I prefer the book, true. I like some of the movies. I like the two first one, and the last one was good, but the middle of it, I didn't really enjoy it as much. I'm not really watching it because it drives me crazy because it's not like in the book. A lot of things were messed up. That's my own opinion, but sorry. So yeah, but I love Harry Potter and actually cosplayed Harry Potter. And I have a video, just one. True, it was not the perfect video. It was we had fun. It was really fun. So yeah, but I want to do more in the future. So who was the one that our Potterhead to in here? Raise your hands. Do you like me? I'm looking at your comments. Sorry if I'm a bit low right now. Don't worry, it's going to come back. I'm just tired. I've been tired the whole day, but I had to get up to for something special that I'm going to tell you. I've been okay this week, back in training. Oh, you can do it. Fight. Oh, Disney Plus is cool. I have it too. I share it with my family. It's cool. I actually watched Cinderella and the 101 Dalmatians. I loved it. It's been a moment that I've seen it, both of them actually. And there's some I really want to see, and I want to see The Wizard of Waverly Place again because I love this show. So, what did you watch on Disney Plus yet, or the last one you watched? I'm making video. Oh, really? You're making a video for me? Thank you so much. Thank you. Just I didn't expect it, so thank you very much, Cassidy. Thank you. Oh, hello, Neko. Don't worry. We are not really late. I was late anyway, so I mean, this time I said it at the time that I was late for a minute. I think the times that I had to click on things, but it's later than usual. Oh, Marble, yeah. I was like, where are you guys? It's okay. Don't mind. I don't mind that you're late. You're not late. You're here on time. I didn't start. I just was asking, talking and chatting with you guys, which is cool. Slytherclaw, interesting. I think I'm more of a Gryffindor, and but I like Slytherin a lot. I have the ambition of the Slytherin, so I will be a Griffin Ring. Griffin Ring? A little, but I'm really more a Gryffindor. But yeah, I used to be so much into Slytherin. Actually, the poster I have is Slytherin. Such a Gryffindor I am. Yeah, but I like them. It's as they were, I'm sad that it was like this in the books. You know that most of them were, you know, eh. It would have been a bit better if, some of them were not hostile and stuff, because really, that was a bit too much, I think. Just my opinion. I love all the houses through. I really love Luna Lovegood, and she's a Ravenclaw. And I love Cedric, and he was a Hufflepuff, so yeah, I like all the houses. But I think I'm more of a Gryffindor, and I have a little bit of a tendency of Slytherin, but most just for the ambition. I am kind of ambitious. I like to do big things. I try at least. I do all I can to do it. Sorry, I'm just talking a lot about it because I'm passionate about it. Oh, thank you so much. Do you like Tumblr, guys? Tumblr is life. Life is Tumblr. I had this shirt for a long time. I was obsessed with Tumblr years ago. I still like it, I still have it. But I'm not on it that much. But sometimes I go and stay there for a moment. I miss it in a way, but I'm so much into uh, Instagram now that it's complicated to be everywhere. And it's really different, but I love Tumblr. I would have like to have an Instagram one. I don't know. Don't feel bad, Gracie, please. No one is late in here. Don't worry. Oh, Hufflepuff, cool. Yeah, we're nerds for our Harry Potter. It's a really good one. Oh, people are raising their hands. Thank you. Yes, we all raise our hands. Yeah, good question, Harley. And I know you're a Slytherin, aren't you? And you have some Gryffindor quality, I think. By the way, if I misspell sometimes some stuff, it's because I'm really more used to watching it in French because I've been, I was younger when I watched it, the movies and stuff. So, and I read it in French too. Now I'm really wanting. I have actually one of the Harry Potter in here, my favorite, The Order of the Phoenix. It's in English, this one, but that's the only one in English that I have. The other one are in French. The hippo don't want to stay put. Please stay there. Anyway, so yes, I love Harry Potter, and my favorite is The Order of the Phoenix, but not the movie. Not the movie at all. Oh, Levi's. Oh, you mean what house is Levi? I think it will be more of a Slicer door. Because he's really Slytherin, but he's really brave too. And yeah, he's a bit of a little bit, but mostly I think he's a Slytherin. Oh, love you all. Oh, thank you. I have a lot of them. I love bracelets. Those I made myself, and this one I broke it some years ago. I have two like the same because I lost it once and I actually got another one. At least I have a backup in just in case. Those I got because of Twilight actually in first, and I have few of them, and I like it because sometimes they lose the little things on it, and I really like them. And I have those, and they say never give up, and if you can dream it, you can do it, which are really inspiring. And this one was given to me on my 18th birthday, and it's like a little clover, full lip clover inside, and it was given by my godmother. So I like having bracelets. But sometimes, I mean, when I have to wear cosplay that doesn't have any, and it's not, like this, something I decide on, I like to remove them, mostly. But thank you. Sorry, I just wanted to show you my bracelet. I have some others. Sometimes I switch. But yeah, this one normally Those three one I like to keep most of the time. This one I like it too, but sometimes I get it off. A cat? What's going on? I was right then. Yes, for Harley, I mean. Oh, did you like it in French? Harry Potter in French? I think it's a good version. Mostly, I think it's a good one. Maybe because I seen it before. I don't know. I still like it in French, but I like it better in original because that's the original thing, and I normally prefer it. Like with Japanese, I prefer to watch the original version. I'm not saying people that are watching dubs are dumb or anything, not at all. I'm just saying me, I prefer it. And I don't mind reading subtitles. I know some people have some hard time with it, so I understand you guys. You're not, you know. Me, I like reading, and sometimes it happened to me that I was watching a movie with someone that is speaking English, and it was a French movie. I wanted to show that person, and that person is going to be recognize who I'm talking about. You know, the person I'm talking about will recognize themselves. But there was a subtitle in English for the person. But me, I understood completely because it was in French, and I'm French. But I understood completely what it said. But I still had to read everything that I see. So I can. Sometimes I was like, why am I doing this? It was kind of interesting because you could see the difference between the translations. That was interesting. So I'm used to it. I love reading. I guess you guessed. I guess you got that. I like to read. I'm not the best at reading out loud in English because sometimes I mess up words. I hope it's okay with you guys. And I have my accent too. Uh, but yeah, I love to read and I try to, put feelings in it. It's one of my favorite things because I love to be an actor. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. Tiger is so cool. Well, thank you. I don't know if I really like my accent. I just wish, I don't, it's not that I don't like having an accent, I just want to say things properly. Thank you. Thank you very much. By the way, did you notice something different today? No, not me, but something there. Do you notice something different than the other times? Because I'm going to tell you something cool. Really, just look. Is there something different? And it's not me. Really. Really? Oh my god. Well, I guess it's a compliment. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad that. Yeah. Thank you, Joel. It's a bit further, but you're hot on it. Like it has something to do with the camera, but not the camera. But close. Yeah. No, it's not exactly this. I'm sorry, I'm making you guess, but it's funnier. It's something I talked about before, and I was like, I don't know when. No, I still have my phone for it. Yeah, I just got myself stairs and a banister. I was so excited. You cracked me up so bad. Yeah, sometimes you don't see it, but it's always there. I have stairs that go up to my room. You just got me. You got me. Yes, and I have a new charger, by the way. I have a new charger, but it's not it. Yeah, how do I look? It has nothing to do with me, but you can notice it on me, maybe. You, you're hot, Jewel. I mean, you know what I mean, right? Yes, I have makeup. I just make it really natural. Unless, I'm making it natural, but I do have a bit of highlighter on. But yeah, I prefer to have a natural Eren makeup because, the black eyeliner, I mean, depending on what, but for Eren, I don't like it anymore. I think it's better, brownish. So do you like it, by the way? I didn't ask you guys. I've been doing it for a moment now. I prefer it like this now. Yes, 10 points for Gracie. I got a ring light. Guys, do you see me clearly now? You can see everything clearly. Oh, and thank you. I'm glad you like my makeup. So Gracie won the guess. So she's going to be the first one to ask me a question because I'm going to do a Q&A. I don't know yet. Should I do it before or after the fan fiction? You get to decide. Just tell me in the comment before, after. Because I want to do Q&A. And so Gracie, because you won, it's not something really, but still, I'll answer your question first. Yo, thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. You're really adorable with me, and I'm glad. I'm glad I have this time with you every time. And now we got to be together for, two times a week, even if it's not Eren. It's my brother Lance from another mother. Sorry, my tongue is just. So I can set it differently, but right now I found this light. It has a lot of functions. Like, it has a different light. It has more natural, more the color as it's not colored like blue, but like some are like different. Some are really yellowish a little, but in a good way, like it's sun or something. I don't know. I didn't try everything yet. That's why I was a bit late too. I had to set it up. I had to clean it too. What took me a while. I had to get up for it this morning, kind of because I had to clean it, and I get scared of what's going on. I got it from Amazon, and you know, my sister was supposed to open it for me because I get scared of this kind of stuff. Open it and clean it and get it to me, and I would have cleaned it again. But she forgot to actually. She got the first carton off, cleaned it, and gave it to me, and then I had to open it and the stuff. And I got it was hard for me. I have some anxiety, but yeah, let's not talk about those kind of things. But now I have a ring light. And I'm so happy because I was like, okay, I didn't get the really expensive one. I got a normal priced one, which was still not really. It was okay. It was okay. Let's say it just was okay as a price. And I was like, maybe it won't be really good because it's not really expensive and stuff. But this is really, really good. I love it. So yeah, I'm so glad because this was frustrating me so much because I can't do it live in daylight because you guys are not going to be here because it's too early for you all. I mean, depending on where you live, but American people, they won't be able to. I mean, unless they get up really early or into night or something. So yeah, I was frustrated because I hated the light every time. It bothered me. By the way, is the quality okay? Because I see me clearly, but I don't know. I'm going to answer you right now, but I was blah 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 blah. blah. Thank you, Nikia. You're really sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you like my cosplay. Okay, so Gracie said after. Jewel said before. Okay. Thank you. Am I not saying it right? Brother from another mother? Mother? Sorry, I have trouble saying that. Don't know, as in mother. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yes, for once I'm looking, everything's looking kind of good. I'm so glad. Okay, good. Yeah, you can find some good one on Amazon. If you need the link, I can link it to you. But yeah, be really careful when you order it. If you order it in those kind of time, clean it. I mean, me, I get really, Levi gave it to me. I really want things to be clean and clean and clean, so I do it a lot. But I would say it's not a bad idea with the situation right now. So clean it really thoughtfully. That's what I would say. But please remind me to send a link to you by sending me a message because I'm an airhead. So I don't know. Maybe I missed, but right now we have after and before, and don't know what to do. I didn't see another one. Maybe I actually never order a lot on Amazon. I think I ordered like Ginger Romantica manga on Amazon, but that no, it was not on Amazon. It was on my reading something. No, not the no something library. I forgot the name of it, but it's something you can get books from, used books. Maybe once I don't remember what I got on Amazon, but I didn't got that a lot. I was using eBay mostly, but Amazon is cool, really. I want to get Amazon Prime. I don't know if I like Netflix that much. Okay, I guess we'll do it after because I can't. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I used I used Wish, not as much as I did the other one, but sometimes, and I had some good weeks. You just have to be really, really careful of where you order things, see all the reviews and stuff. If there's no review, if it's a wig or something important, I'll never get it. I had a problem. I had a few problems with it, but it wasn't their fault, and they refunded me. So not bad. You just have to be really, really careful. Like on AliExpress, you look at the reviews, what the people got, because the pictures they mean nothing most of the time. Is they can take any picture and put it there, and you're like, yeah, I'm getting this, and you get something else. I wanted to order this water bottle, and I would get this. Sometimes it's just like this. It has this sensation. Oh, prom dresses. I saw a video of it and it was oh yeah, bad. I mean sometimes I could see the potential of it, but altered, of course. I'll be like, yeah, I would do this and this and this. Yeah, it would look good, but sometimes just the fabric are bad. They're too shiny sometimes, in a bad way, and sometimes the colors are a bit off, really. Not even just compared to the picture you saw before, but they seem off and they look weird. Yeah. Oh, thanks. I love plushes. I think you got that. I have a lot of them. Actually, I have two big teddy bears that are like almost like as big as this one. This one, by the way, have legs. They're just behind the couch because really it will be too much right now, right there. Teal and silver, I like it. I think I saw you. Yeah, I think I saw your picture you showed me. It's been a moment, but I remember seeing it. It was cool. I like this. You want to pick your friend name for your baby? Wait, I'm lost. Sorry. Yeah, food, water, meds check. If you need to take any medication, please take it now. I will give you a moment before I start the reading. So you have a moment to take your medication and drink some waters, which I will do too. So I'm giving you the example. Please drink water. Stay hydrated, please, kids and everyone. Oh, Gracie, yes, you can count on Lens and me. We will help you as much as we can. And I'm excited. I love helping people picking some dress and some clothes in general. I like it. Some people are arguing too outside, but not really too bad. But I hear it. I'm like, I hope you're going to fix it. I don't mind noises, really. In my neighborhood, I'm more like, oh, cool, they're having a party. This is me. I'm just like, yeah, let's make a group. I mean, when you need to pick your dress, make a chat something so we can all tell you our opinions. Sorry, I'm eating a little too. Cookies. On this side, some cranberries, chocolate. White chocolate and cranberries. I love cranberries. And by the way, I'm sorry for the ones that didn't really get to wear the prom dress because of what's going on. We're not talking really about this, but I'm sorry for you guys, and I hope you took some pictures and stuff still. And I'm sure you're going to be able to wear it somewhere else to do something else, and you'll be fabulous, okay? Sorry, you didn't see that, right? Hey Fiona and Cake, sorry I didn't see your name pop up before. But hi, I hope you're alright. At least you have some time. I understand you. Cookies are addictive. I'm trying to eat it slowly to enjoy it. My little dance are back. I hear the music, Harley. It's like cookies, all this music. Yeah, eat dinner, guys. So I'm going to check where we were with the fanfiction. So I'm going. Thank you. Dancing with cookies. This is a new thing. Let's dance with cookies. It was a waltz actually. Weird one, but that was. I attempted. I have a cousin named Fiona. Okay, guys, let me check because I'm going to continue the fanfiction from last time. You remember? Wait, it's not. That's not supposed to be this one, is it? Okay, I got the fanfiction wrong. Sorry. Just two of them are really similar. Okay, I can find it. Sorry. Found it. It was Snow and Silence. I have to clean that up because Levi is going to be mad when he comes back. Okay. We're at chapter 6. Snow Day Part 2. Let me check the comment first before I start. Okay, I'll try to make you a little reminder of what happened before. Oh my god, yes, please, dancing with cookies. We need this in your life, right? It's fun. Yes, Sasha. Dancing with Sasha and cookies. And Levi will be so judging us. But it will be funny. Sometimes he does the face, but he finds me cute. So I'm glad. Yeah, please listen to Harley and Gracy. They're here, so the rules are respected. And if anyone needs some help, you can ask them. I don't have a middle name. Truly. Oh god. Sorry, I have to charge my phone. This time, I hope it won't fall. So I think it's charging now. I'm checking just in case it's not. Did I put it to charge? Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm trying hard not to break it. This last time, you know, it was like this in first and then it was locked, which I don't know why, but YouTube messed up, so I had to put it there and I think it wasn't, you know, stuck and out, it fell down with the charger, which why it broke. I tried everything. I didn't have my phone for a day, almost a day after that. But my sister got me a new one, and I'm glad I had my laptop, because if I didn't have my laptop, I couldn't have contacted anyone. and I don't have a car. I don't go out. So I was really grateful for my laptop. Thank you. Thank you, laptop. Oh, kitten. Hey, Mystic Knights. Okay, I need to tell you the recap of it, of the fanfiction, which was Snow and Silence, the title of it, and it's from Ellie Moran. So we are chapter 6, but what happened was like, Eren lived with Hanji, Mikasa, and Armin in a big place, you know, in country house with a barn and everything. They're like at a facility or something. I don't remember exactly what, but they're living in a community kind of, and it's like in Canada, and there's like a snowstorm when actually they all leave except Eren, who's apparently kind of traumatized by cars. We don't know yet exactly why, but I think we guess kind of. So he was scared to drive in the snow. So he stayed home, and he was like alone in the house, da da da. And then in the night he hears something outside, and he goes, and Levi is there. He doesn't know Levi yet, but Levi is there, almost dead. He's not dead. Just, you know, it was a really big snowstorm, and people, I mean, Armin, Angie, and Mikasa got stuck elsewhere in a hotel, and he was alone. So he tried to save him by, you know, getting his clothes off and sleeping with him, giving some warmth and stuff, and they end up having some, you know, contact when Levi wake up, and they're both like enamored with each other, and but you know they don't say anything yet. So he saved him, and they start, you know, Eren is really nervous because he's not really interested in people normally. I don't think he's asexual in it, but yeah, he was not really interested, and then he got really interested in Levi, and yeah, kind of that was it. And now they're like, you know, after the what happened, they're a bit, you know, Eren is really nervous because he's really interested, and Levi is interested, but showing it in different ways. So yeah, that's it, kind of. I tried to, you know, it's been a moment. I didn't read it, but I remembered from last time. I hope it was okay. I'm sorry if I forgot anything, but it's been a week. So, yeah, I don't remember everything right now. People are having fun. Becca Alice Denis? That's cute. Thank you. I don't know, it's just cute. I like it. Hi, Small Daisy. Oh my god, it's been so long. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. I'm just, yes, of course I remember you. But it's been years. Oh my god, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Love you. Oh, coucou Kim. Ça va? Ouais, désolée, je parle en anglais, du coup, ça va un peu compliqué. Courage. Essaye de, tu peux le faire. Tu comprendras des mots. C'est toujours comme ça qu'on commence. Yeah, please read everyone that didn't do it yet. Read the rules. They're just here. They're not any mean rules or anything. It's just to make everyone comfortable and stuff, you know. And it's not spamming too much, so I don't miss your answers and your questions and stuff. Which, by the way, when I read, I won't be able to read questions unless I have a break and then look at it. So wait until I'm looking, you know, at the screen or in here when I will tell you I'm looking at your comments, please, because then I don't want to miss you. I really hate not answering things. Sometimes I notice it after. Sometimes I rewatch live stream. It happens sometimes, and like, oh my god, I wish I could have answered that, but I didn't see it. It happened when I'm crafting too. When I'm crafting, I'm not looking at the camera, so it's complicated. I know it's complicated for everyone, so yeah. Sorry, my nose is tickling. Okay, so now we're going back to the fanfiction. Okay, so chapter 6, Snow Day Part 2. I like to do Part 2. The original Born, like every other part of the ranch that lay above ground, had gone down the fires that had destroyed the farm shortly after Eren's mother's death, over a decade earlier. Right up until his first meeting with Hanji, after finding out she stepped in to take on the role of his guardian, Eren had been certain there was no way he'd be able to stay at Shinganshina. But Hanji hadn't even seemed to consider removing Eren as an option. To the lost, confused, and grieving 12 years old, she seemed to be some all-powerful force of nature, swooping in, driving away the crowds of curious and morbid, turning what was left of his life upside down and then setting him back down on solid ground. She had a new house and barn going up almost before Eren had realized what was happening. She's created a safe home for him and later for his adoptive siblings. He didn't think he'd ever entirely understand Hanji, but he'd always be beyond grateful to her. Despite the harsh seasons in this part of the state, the barn's bright red exterior still looked shiny and new. The inside, on the other hand, showed clear sign of hard use, at least at any height an animal could reasonably be expected to reach. The inner walls of the split-level barn were covered in dents and patched over holes, and some of the original stalls passed and most of the doors had been replaced. The whole place looked like a wooden patchwork. At one point, one of the main structural columns had been kicked so hard it cracked and nearly split in two, so they coated all the bases in concrete and wrapped them in thick blanket of black rubber insulation held in place by crisscrossing yellow and orange straps. The column now looked like a large hazard warning sign, which was really appropriate. As the two men worked their way down the stairs that lined the walls of their large main room, Eren found his eyes constantly wandering in Levi's direction. The smaller man was fast and methodical. His economical, almost gracefully smooth motions made Eren wonder if he was a trained dancer or maybe a fighter. Whatever it was, he moved beautifully, and Eren was having a hard time remembering to be careful of the usual dangers that came with working on Hanji's ranch. The only noise in the room came from the two men, pitchforks and brooms, and the quiet shuffling and huff of air coming from the occupants of the stalls. The place had deceptively peaceful air. Angie had a weakness for the unusual, especially the type of unusual that most people felt more comfortable keeping a safe distance away. Armin spent a great deal of his time tracking down new homes for abandoned creatures that Angie insisted just needed to be understood properly. That's a Hagrid thing, right? Just my comment, sorry. But many ended up staying at Shinganshina. The farm was home to more than the usual proportion of highly intelligent animals that would happily stomp on, kick, shove, or bite the humans that fed them, all the while working out new and unusual way to escape. Eren had learned from painful experiences exactly what parts of which animals to stay away from and which stalls to be careful of, but he was both fascinated by and nervously uncomfortable around Levi, and the combination was making it really hard for him to concentrate. He couldn't help stealing glances at the smaller men as they walked, but he also found he couldn't bring himself to break the man's reserve and ask him the questions that were starting to burn in his mind. This was obviously not Levi's first time dealing with livestock. The two men had finished taking care of the small herd of cows that were being kept in, from the worst of the storm on the bottom floor of the barn in record time, largely due to Levi. Every time Eren had finished filling a fro, or shoveling out a section, he'd turn around and find Levi had done twice as much in the same amount of time. He had even seemed to need Eren's warning about the more troublesome cattle. He neatly sidestepped Tulip's hoofs when Cole had gone for his bit, before Eren had even noticed her hitting his way, and when Sonny, who had his own personal fenced-off area because he enjoyed shoving both human and the other cattle around a little too much, had tried to squash him in a wall, he'd easily avoided it, and Eren didn't know whether it was the look on his face or the tap he gave Sonny's nose, but the bull had behaved perfectly after that. He kept trying to follow Levi around and moved unhappily when the man had left. I feel you. As they trudged back through the snow after lunch, Eren had finally broke himself to ask about it. Levi shrugged. I helped out on a farm for a couple of years. Only that you really seem to know what you're doing. The guy was more at ease around the large animals than Eren, and Eren had been working on the ranch as long as he could remember. But Levi had just nodded, and seemed far more interested in looking over the surrounding forest than the conversation, so Eren had dropped it. Excuse me. The sense of awe he felt for the man born from the simple fact that Levi had the strength to live long enough to get to Eren's door kept growing. Levi was proving to be strong, competent, and in full control of himself. Everything that Eren admired. Add that to that the physical attraction and few choice memories that kept popping into his mind at inappropriate times. Eren was finding it harder and harder to actually look the man in the face, and nearly impossible to break the silence between them. But then Eren forgot to warn Levi about Santa, the devil god. Every occupied stall had an information placard attached to the door that listed all the special instruction and warning, and Santa had "Bites a lot" in big bold letters. Right underneath an ever larger "Will try to escape." But Santa wasn't in his own stall. He was with his longtime companion, a large and very nervous piebald gelding named Jumper, who didn't like storms, stayed calm around Santa. Santa had obviously been waiting. The moment Levi pulled open Jumper's door, the goat bailed past and away from the far end of the barn. His hooves glancing over the toes of Levi's borrowed boots as he clopped by. The instant Eren saw the scruffy white hair out of the corner of his eyes, he was already pulling himself up onto the crossbeams between two of the stalls. Santa had given him more scars than any of the other residents of the ranch combined. "Get up high," he called out. "There's no way to catch him until he gets tired of running around." Levi shot Eren an irritated glance. "I'm not waiting for the damn goat to get bored before I wash off this shit." As Santa came speeding back in his direction, he shifted to the balls of his feet and got ready to pounce. "Watch out, he bites." Eren winced as Santa veered off at the last moment, and Levi had to jump out of the way of the snapping teeth. "He doesn't act like normal goats." "Yeah." Santa was fast, but Levi was faster, and as Santa came swooping by again, he might have managed to catch him, but if it weren't for the drawstring on his pants coming loose. "Shit, fuck you, stupid son of a bitch." Sorry. Santa had used the momentary distraction to nip at his hip before dancing back out of reach. Levi and Santa circled each other, each looking for an opening. Imagine it. As Eren stared at the man and goat, he felt a very inappropriate grin spread across his face. The goat was prancing happily and Levi was swearing non-stop, all the while holding the sweat pants up with a fist clenched at the loose waistband. "Just get up high and wait him out." "Fuck that." He fainted and had his arms around Santa's middle a moment later. He had lifted the goat and actually had him back in the stall, but as he backed out, Santa managed to catch the trailing string of the pants and pulled. Levi didn't fall, but he lost the sweatpants, and Eren felt the laughter come bubbling up even as Levi pulled himself up onto the wall between the stalls and then jumped over to straddle one of the support beams in the center of the room. His mouth was moving moving, but Eren was whooping so hard he couldn't hear the words. He was pretty sure the man was still swearing for. Santa was running a victory lap around the stall, the pants gripped in his mouth and trailing behind him as he shoved up to all the horses that were tall enough to poke their heads over the doors. Eren completely lost it. He laughed so hard, tears welled up, blurring his vision as he lost his grip on the beam beside him. As he fell backward, he had a moment to be thankful the stall he was heading into was the elderly Lady Bee. As he landed on the soft pile of hay, he barely heard the sound from outside the stall after that, but after a few minutes later, Levi eventually won the battle as the stall door opened. Levi appeared in the doorway, staring down at him expressionlessly. The laughter stilled in Eren's throat as he looked at Levi's face, but as he glanced down and realized, wait, what? What was it? I don't know, just something fell. Oh wait, I'm lost. And realized the man was still not wearing any pants, he felt it bubbling up again. Even Lady B huffed and shook her head, and he clapped a hand over his mouth. He thought he might have seen a corner of the man's mouth twitch. When you're done being a dickwad, get back to work. I'm tired of smelling like this place. All Eren could do was nod. This was hilarious, wasn't it? I love this. Let me have a sip of water, if I can. Do you hear that? People are having a lot of fun. I'm not the only one laughing. Oh my. Yeah, stay hydrated, people. Brats. We're the brats. Welcome to Dorito. And yeah, right, please read the rules on the description. Oh, cute. Oh, that your sister's pregnant. It's cool. Good. Okay, let's continue. They were done in putting their cots back on before Eren remembered. Oh yes, the barn shower should work. Levi's head shot up as he stared hard into Eren's eyes. You mean there's a walking shower out there? It should work. The barn's hot water is still run by the generator. Levi stared at him for a moment before evidently deciding not to ask why. Show me. He should have thought of this before. At lunch, Levi had insisted they both wash themselves as much as possible and re-sterilize the kitchen before they ate. As Eren led the way to the door at the back of the barn, he let himself up. He never used his shower, which was why he hadn't thought about it. But maybe this time would be different? As he neared the dark gray-tiled hallway that led to the shower area, he felt his heart start thumping in his chest and knew he wasn't going to be able to do it. He stood aside and let Levi walk past him. Levi took a few steps and then turned to look back at Eren. You go ahead, I'll go back and get you some other clothes. You stink of animal shit. I don't want you touching what I'm going to have to wear. Biting at his lip, Eren looked away from Levi's face. He felt so much more at ease in front of the other man since the goat incident, but this was different. I have some trouble with places like this. What, chores? No! Eren felt his face growing hot. He hated having to put the thing in word, but if he walked any further into the shore area, he'd turn into a nervous wreck and he would hate Levi seeing that even more. I have trouble with enclosed places. You have claustrophobia? Claustrophobia? Eren loathed that word, something like that. Levi didn't say anything, and after a moment, Eren turned back to meet his eyes. He was watching Eren intently, and the younger man couldn't read anything in his face this time. I'll wash up in the house before I get your stuff, okay? He started edging away. There should be clean towels in the cabinet in there. Please drop it. Levi seemed to understand the unspoken throat. All right. He turned and walked away, and Eren breathed a sigh of relief. He nearly made it out the main door when he had his second flash of inspiration. A few minutes later, he pushed open the trapdoor and stepped into the large room that took half of the barn's top floor. Armin kept his area as clean and well organized as the main house, and it took no time at all for Eren to find the boxes marked as Armin's old clothes. Digging through the piles, he pulled out anything he thought might fit Levi's brochure frame. He had a box nearly full when he heard the sound of something shifting deep in the room. Standing up straight, he looked over. He supposed there could be rats. The cats kept the rodent population of the ranch under control, but they didn't often come up this far. He was pretty sure Armin would have jumped on the slightest sign of anything like that observer. When he heard it again, he suddenly thought of the thuds the night before and had turned out to be Levi, but Levi was downstairs. Eren could hear the sound of water flowing through the pipes from the hot water tank behind him. The large room had narrow windows on each end, and bright light hanging down all the center line. The edges of the room, where the ceiling sloped down to meet the floor, were in shadow, and as Eren squinted, he thought he might have seen something move in one of the corners behind what he thought might be an old cupboard. He heard the sliding sound again. Hello? There was no way it could be Levi? As in an answer, he heard the water stop. He peered into the dim light when nothing moved, and everything was silent. He shrugged it off. He'd tell Armin about it when he got back. He grabbed the box and set it aside before heading back down the ladder. As he stepped back through the doorway to the shower area, he found Levi already waiting on the edge of the tiled hallway. He had a towel wrapped around his waist and nothing else. Eren found his eyes tracking a drop of water that fell from the end of the black hair and down Levi's sculpted chest. Oh, there. His tongue was thick in his mouth as he set the box down by Levi and knelt beside him. You still Rick. Sorry, I remembered my brother. He glanced up and forced his eyes to look past Levi's chest as he handed the man a pile of clothes. Levi cocked an eyebrow. Eren tried to concentrate, but his mind was not cooperating. I remember my brother's old clothes were in the attic. He was really short when he was 16 or 17, so his clothes should probably fit you. He felt the blue drain from his face as he heard his own one. Know that you're short. I just mean you're smaller than average, like he was, but he grew. Levi's face was completely expressionless right now. Burying his face in his hands, Eren gave up and sat back against the wall. I'm so sorry, please ignore me. You really have no filter, do you? Eren couldn't look up. I do. Usually only my family has to deal with me being this stupid. So I guess I should feel lucky. Eren heard a sigh, and then a moment later he felt his heart skip as a hand patted the top of his head. Well, that's okay, then just about everyone irritates the fuck out of me, but you don't, so you must be special too. Eren heard Levi's footstep as he padded back toward the shore. He was glad the man had left because otherwise he might have had to explain why Zeus' words had just made it about impossible for him to breathe. Just, just sorry, just low. Levi saying things like this, it's so. So I'm having a little break watching your comments. Is that okay? Cute baby names. Yeah, thank you, Gracie, for telling people what claustrophobia is. It helps. You didn't spell it right, but I think maybe you know. But it's okay, just, at least you know you can check it back. Yeah, is it okay if I have a small break? Okay, you actually 3 of you guys telling me this. Good timing, thank you. It's been a moment. I don't see time pass most of the time. Okay, I have a small break. Let me have a cookie. A little bit. Oh, sunburns are horrible. I have a tip for you. If you have tomatoes at home, cut a slice of it and put it. Just use the juice. You just take the slice of it and you just do that. And then you let it sit there. You don't wash it off. And when you have to take a shower eventually, you do it again afterward. It's really good. I'm not pulling your leg. It's a lens. It's a lens tip, by the way. It always works. I mean, one time it didn't. It helped, but it didn't totally work. But it actually makes you all. You don't feel as much burning afterward, and it fixes your skin too. It's really good. Better than any product they'll try to sell you for afterburn. You're welcome. I know, but Lance told me those things. I know it. I might say it. I might actually tell him to maybe say it in one of his live stream. We help each other out. We're like brother, kind of. But we're bro, yeah. Brother, yeah. You know what I mean. I'll always go to, yeah. And once I did something that really worked when I had a really, 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 really bad one that it almost, tomato almost didn't help that time because it was too bad. I think it was something with vinegar. It was annoying. It's because it's kind of smelt. But it really helped too, so. But check it on the internet because I don't remember that. I just used it once and it really helped. But for me, the best thing is the tomato thing. Yeah, I'll be back, okay, guys? I just need to move my legs and stuff. Yeah, use aloe. Aloe is good. And maybe check the thing with the vinegar if you, yeah. Okay, I'll be back. I'm back. Just wait. So I'm going to have to take something. Wait. No, I don't know. Excuse me. I'm back. Whoops. I don't want to make anything full this time. I'm so enjoying this light thing. I wish, I would show you, but I don't know if I will remember the right one. I think for now it's the right one. But I might try something else. And I'll do TikTok with it too. I didn't do it yet. I did TikTok as, Lens. Was it yesterday? I'm lost. I think it was yesterday, yeah? Yeah, yesterday. I'm a bit confused with days. But I didn't use it yet. I just got it, used it today. So I got it today. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to stay a little bit and eat a bit because I need some energy, but I'm okay. Mmm. They're really good, but in, they make a lot of whatever, chunks. How do you say it? I know the word right now, it's just there. Crumbs. Make a lot of crumbs. No, crumbs actually, yeah. But it's really, really good. They're from French stores. A French store that is like named Aldi. Hey Amy, how are you? Oreos. I love Oreos. I'm actually reading a fanfiction, but I'm having a little break because reading for a while and talking for a while, need moments. But I'll continue in a moment. Oh, you have Aldi too. Cool. I like what they have. I actually originally asked my dad for the chocolate cocoa, but then he got me this, but I love it, so I'm glad. I'm discovering things. It's cool sometimes when you don't do your groceries, you get some good surprise. Yeah, and it's cheap too. That shop is kind of cheap. And I love chips. Ah, by the way, answering Harley. I had some chips today, yes. No, I mean, yeah, I said chunk, but I meant crumbs. Okay. Yeah, Aldi's cool, right? I don't go there often. I mean, because it's not where I go. It's complicated for me to go there because I don't have a car. But when I can, I go there. I like the stuff there. I have a lot of American stuff. Sounding American stuff. They're not really American. But I like this. Because you can look at this. It's not a sponsorship, by the way. It's just, It's like Arizona cookies, apparently. Oh, you have Aldi's in America? Okay, cool. At least I'll still have it when I go live in America. Which I hope I will someday. Yeah, I saw it. It was cute. Oh, it's okay, Courtney. I don't know what you're writing, but is it homework? Is it something else? I don't know. I don't feel French. I'm French, but I don't really feel French. There's so many things that I want to do. And there's so many things maybe you would miss a lot if you got there. to come there, or maybe you'll be happier there. You know, sometimes we're not where we're supposed to be. Mm. That's few things I like in France: the cheese, the wine, the bread, the baguettes. You know, people are screaming. They're having so much fun. I wish I was. You know, I think they have a pool or something. I want to have a pool. I love to swim. Whatever. I was saying, uh, yeah, just be really. That's the only thing. It's a tourist thing. I'm a tourist in France. I feel like a tourist in France. This is weird. I'm from American because it means I'm French and American at the same time. I just there's so many places. I love America. I know right now it's having issues, so I'm not coming there right now because of the reasons and because of politics. It's really in a bad situation right now. Been for a moment, so but I love the country. I love the places, and I love the feeling of the people. You know, they are not like French people. I don't hate French people. I don't hate. It just I don't feel comfortable with them. Most of them. I mean, some of them are really cool. I'm not saying anything wrong about it. Just not my people. I feel like it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it. I'm having fun with you all. Of course, I do. Harley, what are you doing? Sorry, just something. Oh, Japanese. I'd love to visit there, but I wouldn't live there. I imagine me. I'm awkward. I'm loud. I'm really loud. And I'm polite. I like to be polite and stuff, but it's not the same polite as them, theirs. So they would kind of smile at me and hate me at the same time. And me, I'll be like, yeah, they like me, and no, they don't. Depending on the people, of course, but I feel like I would be so scared to do anything wrong, but I wouldn't know because they wouldn't tell me. So I feel, out of place, even if I love the culture and the people are really good. I'm just saying it's a different culture, and I don't know if I don't think I would fit there, and I would be scared to do anything bad. But I love it. I love the places. It's beautiful. I like to visit a lot. I'll try my best, but living there, I'll be so chump. But visiting, yes, I'd love to, for many reasons. I'm a fan of cultures in general, and I love people, other way to do things. I like to know what other people are doing, and I'm always interested in this. That's just one of my things. Cool. Um, so good luck, gambatte. Hey, I said it right, I think. Um, because I know it's a hard language to get, and so I want to learn it too someday. I actually learned English by myself, which I'm kind of glad I did it on my own. I had a little basic basis in France, in French school, but I was not really uh, in French school. I mean, English teachers are not that. I don't know. It's a program. Sometimes it's the teachers. It's not in a good way. It's complicated to really learn English like this. Me, I learned it by myself, watching things, reading things, learning as much as I can, talking. I still have some things I'm not doing right or saying right, but I can. I'm okay, kind of. Why did you do marble to get timed out? Really? Okay, I wanted to ask a question, by the way. Uh, do you like the story I'm reading? Is it okay with you? I don't know. Uh, I continued it because I like it. But if you don't like it, I'm not going to continue it. I just would like to know because I don't really know your reaction to the story and anything. I don't want to read anything you're not really interested in. Hey Paige, have a good live stream. Korean. Oh, that's cool. My sister wanna learn it too. You're too nice, guys. Yeah, I said it right. I have it on t-shirt, the QandA. And actually, I was wearing my t-shirt, and it was the one that I was wearing in one of the previous live, maybe the last one. It has milk on it, a brick of milk, and there was some Japanese. I thought it meant milk. I didn't know how to read. I don't know how to read the kanji at all, really. So I was like, it surely means milk or something. And then I was watching in the street with some friends, and there was a woman, a cute woman that said, "Ah, ganbatte," and she started talking to me, and and then she noticed I was not Japanese. I mean, I was not speaking it because we weren't friends too. And then she started telling me that she was really happy to see some Japanese in France, and she saw it on my shirt, and she told me what it meant, and I was happy because I didn't know it meant that. So that was a really cute story. She was really, she just got really happy, and I was really happy too. So we just talked a little, and then she had to go. That was a cute story. So yeah, I learned what was on my T-shirt by a real Japanese woman that was passing by in France. That was cool. So yeah, normally I don't get things on t-shirts that I don't know what it means. But I was like, yeah, it totally meant milk or something, and I didn't know how to check it. But thanks to that woman, I knew. Wow, sign language. I'd like to know that. But I'm so mad about it because apparently, we already have different language, which is cool. I mean, I like knowing true language and stuff, but it's complicated to understand each other sometimes. And actually, they made sign language different in. Apparently, I know it's in France. In English, it's not the same. And I'm like, really? It's sign language. Why are you doing this? I don't get it. Why? Because it's a way to communicate with everyone. Why would you ruin it? That's my own opinion, by the way. I'm sorry. I got so mad at it. Why do you make it difficult for people? Why couldn't make you just one sign language? Maybe someone can explain it to me because I never got it. My mother know a bit of it, and I asked her, and then we talked about that, and she said apparently it's not the same, and I got mad. I was like, really? Yeah, I'm focusing on what? I'm lost. Wait. Oh my God, Gracie, I hope you feel better. Okay. I like to rant. Yeah, I don't know why couldn't they talk to each other and try at least? I don't know why. They make it difficult. Really. Oh, I rant a lot. Sometimes it's important, sometimes it's just about stupid things that are not really important, but I get, yeah. Sometimes I see the ring of light in my eye. Okay, let's come back to the story. Oh, I have to drink a little before. You're sweet, thank you. Oh, I don't want to, don't approach water to your computer. I don't want to put any water on my computer. It happened to me years ago. Nope. And then I had a little accident lately, but it wasn't water and it was not a lot. It was corn, the corn liquid in the corn box stuff. I got it off really fast. I hope nothing bad happened. It's been a moment now, so knocking some wood. Let's go back to the story. Chapter 7. Silence after Part 1. Day 1 is winding to a close, and Eren is starting to wonder where everyone will be sleeping that night. Eren saw the blinking light on his phone as he elbowed open the door to his room. Carefully setting down the 2 tubs of hot water in his arms, he snatched it up and flicked through his text. 2 were from Mikasa, 1 for Armin, 6 from Hanji, and 1 from the dickhead. The dickhead had sent a picture of himself posing next to Mikasa with his arm along the back of the couch behind her, at his mom's bed and breakfast. He obviously snuck the photo when Mikasa wasn't looking. All he managed to get was the back of her head. Eren texted back a quick loser and deleted the message. Armin asked him to get the pen set up for something that can get through very tiny openings, so he was already prepared when he opened Angie's message and found a series of photography of something that looked like a cross between a ferret and a squirrel, with a striped raccoon tail. By Angie's usual standards, it was actually kind of cute, which meant chances were especially high that whatever antisocial habits it had been going to be a pain to deal with. Were going to be a pain to deal with, sorry. I'll seal up the pen, does he bite? He figured he could deal with most anything else, but he was really tired of getting nibbled by Angie's pets. He started pulling out clean clothes with one hand as he opened the first of Mikasa's message and grinned as he saw she sent a picture of John trying to smile into the camera as he held a raccoon squirrel thing. It has its teeth buried in the fleshy part of his hands, and the wide-eyed panic breaking through the smear on Jan's face was a beautiful thing. Eren decided the photo was worth a few more bite scars. He saved it as his wallpaper. Mikasa's second test was more to the point, less entertaining. Trust got hit hard. Another 6-7 inches predicted starting this afternoon. We'll stay here an overnight. If more than 1 box of Pop-Tart is gone, you will be eating only salad for the next month. Keep warm. Eren snorted. Stop nagging, I'm not that bad. He was pretty sure he only started the second packet. Take your time, I'm good up there, he added. He hesitated before writing anything about Levi. Not that there was anything he needed to keep secret, but with Mikasa's overprotective nature, it would take very little to alarm her. So he decided to keep it light and simple. We have a guest. Some guy got stranded in the storm. He's helping out. He held his breath as he pressed send, plugging the phone back into the one socket in his room that still had power. He made sure the setting was set to keep resending until there was enough signal for the message to go out. He hoped it was Mikasa got back. It was before Mikasa got back, but if it wasn't, at least he'd have the evidence that he tried to let her know. He glanced out at the window. The light wasn't entirely gone, but the clouds had moved in and it was starting to snow. The chores were already done. Once he went back downstairs, all that was left to do was dinner and then hanging out until bedtime. But he already decided he wasn't going to think about bedtime just yet. Eren stripped and started scrubbing himself down. He had a feeling that if he missed a spot, he'd be worrying about Levi noticing it the whole evening. It felt so strange to think that the day before he'd been blithely showering with no idea that cleanliness was going to become so important to him within a very short space of time. This time yesterday, he hadn't even known Levi existed. The man had become such a large presence in Eren's mind that he could barely believe he'd first laid eyes on him maybe 16 years earlier. Or hours, sorry. And now, here he was, going over every inches of his body with the sponge until his skin started feeling raw, because a guy he just met seemed to like things when things were clean. As soon as he finished laying out the fire of for the night, Eren had walked into the kitchen, expecting to start the usual procedure of heating up a couple of the proportional meals that Armin had stuck in the freezer before he left. Armin was a decent cook, but Eren and Mikasa had been living off of the same 3 meals in rotation for the past 4 weeks. So when he realized that Levi was actually cooking and whatever it was smelled really good, it felt kind of like a kid on Christmas morning. It had taken Levi shoving a huge plastic bucket of water into his stomach to bring him back down to earth. It hasn't spilled too much, but it had the breath knocked out of him. Don't get any closer to the food. Your smell is ruining my appetite. It handed Eren a second tub, almost as big as the first, and Eren had to juggle not to drop them. Go wash. Eren leaned over the tub and poured one of the buckets over his hair. As he massaged in the shampoo, he wondered why the bossiness that at time annoyed him so much in his sister actually made him really happy when it came from a short, black-haired man whose face really seemed to do anything but frown. True, Eren was certainly kept getting laughed at underneath it all. The whole unreasoning attraction thing bothered him a little. He'd always been impulsive through he spent years trying to train himself not to fly off the handle at any provocation, but this was like nothing he'd ever experienced. He dated Annie from the time they were 13 until the senior year, and at no point had he felt or acted this way, and he wasn't sure if it was meant he should apologize to her or something was wrong with him now. His eyes kept slipping to Levi. He kept thinking about him. Just about everything Levi did made his heart race. And he kept wanting to touch him. He could talk to the man now that he had a picture of Levi in a standoff with a goat to call up when he felt himself getting too intimidated, but he still felt nervous and awkward. He really didn't know much about Levi, and yet somehow he still felt like he knew him. When Levi told him he stank, Eren couldn't help feeling like it was almost a way of showing affection. He liked Levi. Even now, as he tried to ignore the uncomfortable feeling in his guts, he couldn't wait to get back downstairs to be near him. When he was dressed, he took a deep breath and headed back down. Eren stood just inside in the kitchen area and sniffed the air. Levi glanced up at him, then turned back to crack open the oven. Eren's eyes widened as he realized Levi was wearing Armin's brown vinyl butcher's apron. It was slightly oversized even on Armin, and Levi was enveloped in the thing, the strings wrapped twice around his hips. Eren had never realized how appealing a functional apron could look. Wash your hands and set the table. Levi gestured with his chin to the formal eating area that took up the far right of the large living room. But I just did the whole bath thing upstairs, and we usually just eat in there. Eren cut himself off at Levi's stare. I caught the cat sitting on the countertop. You have your hand on right now. Who knows what other shit you've touched? Wash. Scrubbing the soap between his hands under the freezing cold water, Eren looked over at the pot Levi was stirring. As he watched, the black-haired man added sprinkle of stuff from the mysterious bottle of the spice rack that Eren had always figured was just for show. If Levi wanted him to set up a table outside of the porch, Eren wasn't going to complain as long as he got to taste whatever it was that smelled so incredible. Once I finally sat down at the enormous wood beam dining table, and Levi set a plate down in front of him, Eren had a moment of doubt. Wait. And wondered what Levi's reaction would be if it ended up tasting badly and he wasn't able to hide his disappointment. So he was carefully schooling his expression as he put the first bite in his mouth, which was fortunate, because as it was, what does that mean? As it was, he had a hard time biting back a moan as his eyes closed, involuntarily. He'd gladly wash his hand in between every bite if he got to eat food like this every day. For a few minutes, all he could do was shovel one bite after another into his mouth. He didn't think it was just because he'd been eating the same thing for close to a month. This was one of the best tasting meals he'd ever eaten. He had no idea what the black bits all over the chickens were or what was the sauce Levi had poured over the fluffy white rice, but he knew he didn't want to stop eating. When he finally paused long enough to look up, he realized Levi was sitting back in his chair, watching Eren. The younger man couldn't read an expression on the pale face, disapproval or otherwise, but he felt himself flush and he deliberately slowed down to something approaching a normal pace. My tongue is like sometimes. He watched out the corner of his eyes as Levi leaned forward and started eating from his own untouched plate. His movements were precise as he cut the chicken into tiny, even pieces, and neatly used the knife to shift a small portion of rice and chicken into his fork. He didn't even drop a grain as he lifted to his lips. Eren watched, fascinated. Levi was easily the daintiest eater Eren had ever seen. When the knife and fork stilled, Eren's eyes flashed up to meet Levi as he realized. Wait, oh, I clicked on something. Sorry. I'm almost there where Eren's eyes flashed up to meet Levi's as he realized he'd forgotten to be subtle. He'd been full staring at the other man's hands. He hastily focused on his own plate and pretended he was concentrating on eating. This is really good. Thank you, it's been a while since I cooked for anyone other than myself. Eren froze with his fork halfway through his mouth. He was pretty sure that was the first piece of personal information Levi had volunteered. He put the fork back down on his plate. Where did you learn to cook like this? The corner of Levi's mouth turned up. My roommate in college was Slavs. If I wanted to avoid getting food poisoning, I had to be the cook. Okay, but just cooking for your roommate doesn't explain how you got so good. Levi cocked his head and raised an eyebrow. A brow, sorry. Well, actually saying, why not? If I have to do it, I don't like half-assing shit. Eren blinked. The conversation reminded him of the earlier one in the stable, when he wondered why Levi seemed so competent working with the ranch animals. Did you really only work on a farm for a couple of years? Yes. Eren nodded slowly. He thought he might be starting to understand Levi at least a little bit. But when he glanced up and saw Levi watching him curiously, he shook his head at himself. He was weaving a whole character for the man from the few idle comments in less than a day of obsessive staring. What do you do for a living? He made himself start eating again. It wasn't exactly a hardship. Levi paused as he wiped his napkin across his mouth. Recently unemployed. Eren didn't see anything in Levi's face that made him think the man was unhappy about that fact. What did you do before? Levi stilled, and Eren held his breath, wondering if he should retract the question. Maybe he's misread Levi's face and his new lack of job actually was a sore topic. Sales. Exhaling in relief at not having killed the conversation, Eren opened his mouth to ask further when they both caught a glimpse of Moe jumping up onto the long kitchen counter. That's the cat, by the way. The cat's eyes met Levi's, and he jumped back down to the floor. Eren gaped. That's amazing. He's never gotten off the counter by himself before. He just needed to understand what that behavior was not tolerated. Eren swung his gaze back to Levi. The man was calmly finishing off his place. What did you do? Levi raised a brow. Just a little training. Slowly looking back at where the cat had been, Eren decided to stop trying to understand how Levi was able to do the thing he did. His head was starting to spin. Do any of the other cats come into the house? There had been a few in the past, but Moe is the only one now. Levi raised a brow. Moe, as in the three stooges. No, as in my brother through his eyes were really good, so he was Moe. Levi leaned back to look at where the cat was grooming himself on the floor by the counter. Eren knew he was seeing a small body covered in uneven tuft of fur, patches that looked almost bare, and an oversized head with enormous eyes on a squashed oval of a face. Sorry. His ears stuck up so far to the side that at first glance it looked like the distance between the tips was wider than the whole length of the cat. Whatever genetic combination had produced Moe was unprecedented, which was why what was at first caught Angie's eye. That's cute. My brother thinks so. My sister and I just keep our mouths shut. After that, the conversation stayed fairly impersonal on Levi's side in any case. Eren found himself talking about Mikasa and Armin, and somehow the topic turned to Eren's small rebellion that Levi had helped him tidy up that morning. Just snacks, basically. Don't judge me. Levi had actually seen every film in the Giant Cannibal series, except for Eren's personal favorite, Giant Cannibal vs. the Saltwater Monster. It sounds like shit in every possible way, but that's what makes it really good. The two were standing side by side at the sink, as Levi cleaned the dishes and Eren dried and put them away. The Saltwater Monster movie aimed for the outhouse and missed badly, and the Giant Cannibal series is pure exploitation. The two couldn't mix. Every review I've seen says the film is painful to watch. Yeah, but do you always let reviewer tell you what you think? Levi scolded, and Eren grinned. Fine, I'll watch it. You won't regret it. Bullshit. Despite Levi's lackluster reaction, Eren was almost giddy as he set up the VCR and carefully unwrapped his precious video. Sorry. Armin had copied it into DVD, but Eren felt a first viewing should always be from the video. They settled onto the opposite corner of the couch, and as the film started, Eren leaned his back against the sofa's arm with his knees pulled up to his chest so he could surreptitiously, I never read that word before, watch Levi's reactions, which were completely unreadable, of course, and very soon his lack of sleep over the past 2 days caught up with him. He must have fallen asleep before he opened his eyes to find himself slouched against the back of the couch. He lifted his head and found Levi watching him. What? He squirmed but decided it was too comfortable to move. You force me to watch this fucking travesty and then you fall asleep. Sorry. Eren sat up straight. And it's not travesty. He turned back to the screen just as a fountain of blue blood spurted out of the mouth of one of the giant cannibals and as it bit into a bright green tentacle. See, they actually hired a famous painter to design the splatter pattern on those walls with the red cannibal blood and that blue stuff. I've never seen a film do gore so creatively. Levi just nodded, and the two carried on watching. When Eren felt himself nodding off again, he sat up straight with his feet flat on the ground. His eyelids kept drooping as he slipped into a barely conscious daze where all he was aware of was he needed to stay awake. That's enough, idiot. Levi leaned over and yanked on Eren's arm, pulling him into his side as he leaned back into the corner of the couch. Sleep. I'll watch the damn film on my own. But Eren was suddenly very much wide awake. His back was to Levi's chest, and he could feel the slow thud of the man's heart through the thin barrier of the closet. One arm was wrapped around his side and rested at his waist. His sweater had hacked up a little, and Eren could feel Levi's cold fingertips brushing against the tiny silver or bare skin just above his chins. His eyes were wide on the screen, but he still wasn't going to taking any of it in. One of the icy fingers moved a fraction of an inch. Eren felt a shiver run up his spine, and he knew Levi felt it because a second later the whole hand moved again, deliberately stroking over his bare skin. Eren pulled away enough that he could turn to look at the man beside him. Levi met his stare as his hand fell away. His eyelid had come down to half shielded his eyes, and Eren felt his breathing hitch as an intensity in the man's expression. Without any foul, he leaned in and kissed Levi. It was a gentle, easy kiss. For the first time, he realized that the sharp clash of Levi's mouth was unexpectedly soft, apart from lifting his hands to rest lightly at Eren's waist. Levi held himself completely still. The small portion of Eren's mind that wasn't completely covered in a blurry haze realized that Levi was letting him keep control over whatever it was that was going on. He slid one hand to flatten his palm on Levi's chest. Bracing his free arm on the couch, he leaned his weight forward and pressed his mouth against the other man's. He pulled at Levi's lower lip, sucking lightly. When the man licked along the line of Eren's mouth, he felt a jolt run through his body. He opened his mouth and slid his tongue between Levi's lips. He was still controlling the kiss, but the man was matching him move for move. As he slanted his mouth against Levi so he could deepen the kiss, Eren felt the heartbeat beneath his palms speed up. The hands above his hips shift to sleep beneath his sweater. He shivered as he felt cold fingers glide around his lower back. It was about to get to that point that Eren realized the fact that he'd forgotten to breathe was becoming an issue, and had to break away to gasp for air. Panting, he looked into the older man's face and was incredibly satisfied to see Levi's lips were parted and he was breathing heavily. Their faces were inches apart, and Eren's eyes were fixed on Levi's as a hand slid down along the length of his spine to stroke the delicate skin beneath the waist of his jeans. It was a combination of Levi's fingers on his ass and the absorbed look on Levi's face as he watched the effects of his touch that sent a wave of arousal through Eren. His body jerked and he heard a low draw-out moan that he barely recognized as coming from his own mouth. Okay, it's getting a bit hot and we're on the not plus 18 one, so I have to give me a little moment to see what I can say and not say, okay? Getting heated. Right. Okay, I think I can say, I can read some of it, but not. It was like the sound flipped a switch in Levi. Eren saw the exact moment that the restraint he'd been using to allow the younger man to set the pace evaporated. The arm at his back suddenly flexed, pulling Eren's body in, so his entire weight rested against the shorter man. Levi's mouth captured Eren in a fierce kiss that bore little resemblance to the ones they just exchanged, and his other hands shifted to pull at Eren's hips, tugging him as close as their position allowed. Eren couldn't shut his eyes. He could see Levi's pupils were dilated again, almost like the night before. He tried to lift his arm to wrap around Levi's neck, and that was the beginning of the end. When he tried to raise the hand he had been leaning on, he found it trapped by the arm Levi had wrapped tightly around him. His body went rigid. It only took a split second for Eren to realize he wasn't trapped and calm his instinctive panic, but it was enough. Levi instantly lifted his mouth and pulled his arms from above Eren to push at Eren's shoulders, putting a foot or so between them. Eren whimpered as the cold air replaced the heat of Levi's chest. Time to stop. Don't stop. Eren blinked and licked at his lips. Levi's eyes flicked down and back up to meet his. Eren's sanity seeped back in. He pulled away, so Levi's hand dropped to his lap. Okay, yeah. It's late. Bedtime? We need to go to bed. Oh, on bed. I mean, mine for me. You guessed one. Levi cut him off by leaning in for a brief, hard kiss. Shut up, kid. pulled away, and Eren had to restrain himself from reaching out and pulling at his arm as he stood up from the couch. As Eren led the way upstairs, he would desperately hope Levi didn't see the way his legs weren't quite steady yet. This is it. He opened the door to the guest bedroom on the opposite corner of the house from his own. He watched Levi step into the room and look around. He looked back at Eren. Good night. Good night. He didn't move. I guess I'll go then? Okay. The guy was always so damn calm. Good night. The corner of Levi's lip turned up. Are you going to stand there all night? Eren flushed and stepped back, pulling the door shut behind him, only managing to keep himself from adding another good night. At the door to his room, he found his feet frozen to the ground, his hands unmoving on the handle. There were so many reasons he needed just to open his door and go to sleep alone in his own bed. The main one being he only just met the man that morning. They never ever discussed if Levi was already in a relationship. When that four actually met, his chest physically aged. Eren leaned forward and let his forehead thud against the wood of his door. He could almost hear Mikasa's voice in his head, telling him to think, wait, be sensible. This, whatever he was feeling, was not something he should act on just yet. Maybe once the storm was over and Levi went on his way, the two of them could meet up and get to know each other, do the whole dating thing, take their time before sleeping together. But what if after tomorrow, Eren never saw him again, or is they tried to date and Levi dumped him when he realized Eren was too much of a coward to even get in a car, or how annoying it was that they could only go to certain places because otherwise Eren was likely to have a panic attack in the middle of a crowded room. It wasn't like those things couldn't happen even if he did sleep with Levi tonight. But the idea of never knowing what it felt like to finish what they started downstairs was making it hard for Eren to think straight. Like I can't think straight. So what if there was no guarantee of a future? The whole past day, night might not have happened. Levi could have frozen to death when he stumbled into the water. And when he was found, Eren would have felt how terrible and then carried on with his life, never having known Levi at all. He didn't even remember the walk back to the guest room until his hand hovered over the paneling. He knocked. Levi pulled it open. He was still fully dressed, and Eren couldn't help but think that maybe he'd been waiting. Eren hesitated. How do you go asking someone, this kind of thing? Okay, so, I don't know if I can say that. Give me a moment. You know what? Let's have a little break. Let's have a little break. If that's okay with you all. Not a big break, a little break. Right? Oh. Animal Crossing. Everyone's crazy about it. I'm not really a gamer that much, so I'm not into it. I only play Pokemon Go. If you want to ask me as a friend, maybe ask me on Instagram. Send me your code. I might and if you're playing Pokemon Go, I might be accept your friend request or something, or actually ask you. Just saying. That's the only game I really play. I like playing The Sims before, but yeah, I like it sometimes. But it's been a moment that I played it. Animal cross dressing. Once with one of my friends, I accidentally called it, your game Animal cross dressing thing, and it stayed. Now I call it like this. Most of the time I say Animal cross dressing, not Animal Crossing. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. You're really adorable. Yeah, just when I read scenes like this, I get all reddish because Levi. Levi's so, you know, Levi. Levi is so Levi. Eren, an intellectual. That was weird. What did you guys do? Yeah, it's a really long one. Let me check how much chapters there is. I'm near the end of the chapter, but there's many chapters. 21, I think. Ah, wait. I don't want to ruin and lost the moment where I'm at. So I'll open another page. Snow, silence, snow and silence. I think it's 21. We might not finish it. I don't know if what you want. I'll make a poll so you decide it later. Today we'll continue with it and we'll see for later. We are chapter. Wait, what chapter are we on? I don't know anymore. I think 7. But they're like, yeah, 21 chapters. So let's make a poll later and see if you want me to continue this one or not. Really, your pick. It will be okay. Okay, sorry, I didn't see the rest of your comments. I'm trying to catch up a little bit. My baby's floating, yeah. Levi is so Levi. Right? Oh, a real document. Okay. You know what? I have some water while I'm at it. Stay hydrated. And by the way, you might get some. Excuse me. You might get the live with Levi that we did last time soon on the channel. Sorry, it's taking a long time. I'm having some issues with it and I still have to edit it, but normally should be before Saturday live, normally, but we'll see. Also, if I can ask you something while we're having a little break, if you know someone that is doing covers, sing really well, would actually agree to do a cover for one of my CMV, please contact me. I'm having a hard time. I have a really good CMV. I mean, we're hoping it's good. We made it, and we had a lot of fun making it in Levi X Eren, of course, and there's a kiss in it, and we had a lot of fun playing and making this. But we need a song. We need a song, and I prefer it to be a man singing it because the lyrics are really important in it. They kind of follow the story. It's not the same, but it's really inspired by this song, which is the song is sorry. I'm tired or something. What the hell? Uh, the song is True Colors. Sorry. So I would really prefer, it was a male singing it. I might have to think about accepting a female singing it, but for me it's more like Levi and Eren POV, so I think it would be fitting better if it was a male singing it, male voice. So that's it. I know I'm a bit complicated, but I think it would sound better. So that's it. If you can help, please send me because I want to post the CMV, but right now I can't because of the copyright. So if you know someone that would accept to, of course I would credit everything like I always do, and I even do more. The person is doing it for us, for the channel. I would share the things and stuff as. So that's it. Uh, It just needs to be this cover, this song, and um, you know, a male voice is better. Thank you everyone for caring about this. Well, if you want to try Gracie or Melbo, I don't know who actually both of you. I don't know. If you want to try, please try. I'd like to hear it if that's okay, and we'll see. I'll see if it fits with my thing. If I don't pick it, please don't feel bad. I'm saying if I don't pick it, it wouldn't mean I didn't like it. I didn't think it would fit with the situation. You know what I mean? So yeah. Thank you anyway. Thank you very much. Really, that's really nice of you. But yeah, if you wanna send me anything, you know you can ask me on if you can send me a message on my BecastilDW, which is my Instagram. Thank you very much. You're so sweet. I can't wait. We all can't wait to see it uploaded. It's like a CMV I couldn't post. It's been filmed last year, and we've been waiting to find a way, and we can't. Right now, we don't have any that things that we can put with it, and it needs to be that song. Yeah, it's complicated. Normally, sometimes, I mean, most of the time, I know what song I want. Not all the time, but sometimes if I have a problem with it, I can find another one. It's not that's still fitting and good, but there's some of them that I can't change the music, and this is one of them. True Colors, and I love the version of Tom Odell. Thank you, Jewel Forest, for telling, and thank you, Harley, for typing the Instagram name. Yeah, thank you, Fluffy Fudge, too. Thank you. I can't wait to hear it, really. When I drink, I always get like this. What did I do? Okay, let's continue if you guys want. I have to find a way still to say that. Okay, so I say it differently a little bit, but it's still the same. But I think I prefer not saying that word. Would you sleep with me? Smoth, Eren, Smoth. He flushed bright red. Levi blinked slowly. You really are incredible. Thanks. It seems like an appropriate response. Levi stepped forward, pulling the door shut behind him so he crowded into Eren's space. Okay. You will? Yes, Brad, I've been waiting to get my hands on you all day. Eren swallowed, and Levi took his wrist and started back down the lane of the landing. He must have seen Eren go into his room at some point because he led the way straight to Eren's door. He paused and looked up at Eren. Are you sure you want to do this? In answer, Eren opened the door and stepped inside, pulling Levi in after him. So, if there's any smut, I won't say it because it's not a plus 18 one. So, let's see what we have. Chapter 8, Part 2. I think we'll just keep because it's complicated not to say, things. This is cute. Okay, I'm trying not to blush right now because I'm seeing things. Okay, let's go to the end. Okay, By the time Levi climbed back into bed, Eren had found enough energy to walk his way under the covers. The bed shifts as Levi is down behind him, his back to the wall as he draped an arm over Eren's waist. Wouldn't it be easier to spawn if the taller Eren glanced back over his shoulder at Levi's glare, stopped him mid-sentence. He quickly turned his head so the older man wouldn't see the grin on his face. To be honest, he liked the feel of Levi's wrapped around him and he snuggled back into the warmth at his back. There was silence as Eren watched the snow fall outside of his window, illuminated by the distant light from the stables. The only sound was their breathing, and the hum of the generators muffled by distance and snow. As Eren felt the slow rise and fall of Levi's chest against his back, he realized he couldn't even remember feeling as content as he did right at this moment. If it cleared up and was sunny tomorrow, things would change. He'd have to start worrying about stupid things like future and consequences again. But in the right now, he was happy. So, should we continue or not? I don't know. Do you want another chapter? Tell me. Just vote in the comments. Okay, I'm sorry, mobile. I know the feeling with the phone, the battery dying. Yes, snuggle. Ah, what would I give to have Levi, spooning me from behind right now? Oh, I'd love it. Yeah, right. Because we have the Q&A. So let's start there. It's a good ending for right now, and we'll vote later if you want me to continue the story or stop it there. At least it will be a good ending, kind of. They'll get together eventually. But really, I would like, if you guys want, I'll be really happy to continue reading it another time. So now let's do the Q&A. If you have any question, of course, Gracie is the first to ask me a question because she won the guess earlier. Yeah, right? Okay, this closing some windows because I had two of the same CMV fanfiction. Ow! What was that noise? 2 a.m. Yeah. No, it's actually 3, almost 3 for me, but yeah, 2, almost 2 a.m. for you because we have an hour of difference. It's really almost 3 in here, and I'm there, but I'm okay. I'm actually feeling a bit more energetic than I was before. Yeah, do you have a question, Gracie, or something? It's okay if you don't have one, you don't have to force yourself. It's a cookie, yeah, I think it's a cookie. It helps. Okay, cool. Tell me your question. And then everyone can ask, and I'll see the one I see first and answer. I'm going to have so much fun with this ring light. I hope it will be helping for my CMV too sometimes when we turn inside and light is not always where it's better for so I hope it will be helping for some other stuff like this too, not just for live stream and CMV. I mean live stream and TikTok because I'm going to use it for TikTok too. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm sorry to get tired right now. Thank you. I'm just so happy because every time I was so frustrated to see myself with this light. Ugh, it was so yellow, but in a bad way. Yellow is a good color sometimes, but yeah, meh. Yeah, right. And I didn't sleep enough again. I'm going to sleep better after, the live stream. What is it? What is like being a cosplayer and being really nice to everyone? Do you prefer being Eren or Lance? Oh, that you're really adorable. First, thank you, and thank you so much. So, what is like being a cosplayer? It's really, I love it. I love it so much because I get to be um different characters. Sometimes they're really similar to me, but still a bit different. And it's really fascinating to be someone else sometimes. And changing, like, I would call it, wait, that's a word that I used once, but like transforming myself. So I change, I get to change what I want, like my hair, uh, the way I dress, my gender sometimes. It's really fun. I love it so much. I kind of always like those kind of thing, even before cosplay. Because I love theater, mostly TV and movies, but I love theater too. I did some theater, and I always loved, transforming. But I didn't know I could transform as much as I do now. I didn't know a lot about makeup and stuff like this. So I'm having so much fun doing cosplays. This is really fun, and you get to live in the character you get to be the character you want to be. You get to be with the character you want to be with. Hint, hint. You know what I mean? So yes, it's really awesome. You get to be really different when you want to be. You get to do a lot of stuff and learn. And as a cosplayer, you learn to do almost everything. You don't most. I mean, not everyone does everything, but I like to try. There's something I'm better at than some other stuff. You get to learn makeup. You get to learn hairstyling because you have to style your wig most of the time. It's better when you try to make it fit to your head, to your face, and to the character. So yeah, Lance will give some tips about cosplay soon, by the way. But yeah, you get to learn to do sewing if you didn't know that before, crafting, so many things. That's awesome. So I enjoy it a lot. I'm sorry, yeah, I talked about it a lot, but so and then you said something else. Oh, who do I prefer to be? That's really complicated in a way. I think I'd say Eren because that's almost the real me in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but this is really close to me. But Lance is just really like there to it. I love being Lance. Um, I love so much. I love so much to cosplay Lance. He's like really close to me in a way too. But I think I don't know which one. I think Eren is more like me than is a modern one because of course I'm not exactly like the canon one. If I can play it, of course, I still I'm kind of like him, but I mean we can't understand him. I mean we can try to understand him, but what he lived was really horrible, and what they're living is really horrible. So we can't really totally get it. And of course it would be different than how it would be if all those messed up things didn't happen and he lived in a normal world like I am right now cosplaying Eren as modern. I mean of course he can have messed up thing happening in modern life, but yeah, I guess I'm like modern Eren in a way. Lance, I really understand him and I'm really similar to him. I'm talking about my favorite, so you asked me about them, both of them. I think I'm more Eren than I am Lance, but Lance is really close. He's like my second character I like to cosplay the most, and feel really comfortable being him. There's some other characters I like to cosplay too, but yeah. So I hope it's okay how I answered. I think I'm more Eren, and I'm so in love with Levi, so guys know. Even if I love Keith too. And they're like really second, but so close. But still Levi and Eren. I mean Eren cosplay and Levi. You know what I mean. So yeah, thank you for for asking me this question, and thank you for being so adorable, and kudos for getting the thing. So let me see the other questions there, because there it's kind of complicated for me because it's been a moment. I saw some of the questions, but I didn't see everything. I'm talking so fast right now. Why? Okay, wait. I'm trying. I don't want to miss anyone, any question. Oh, thank you. I mean, thank you, Geolo Forest, for saying yellow looks good on me. Some type of yellow does, but sometimes it doesn't. Courtney, however, when will we get another Empreg with Eren? So, I guess soon. Might not be next time, also, but I'm preparing something else on theme with this. I don't want to tell you anything more because I didn't do it yet. I'm going to do something. So, you, I don't know for the live stream when. I mean, because I think next one won't be this, and I'll try to do. I'd like to do another live stream with Levi. So depending on if his game is available on that time and he wants to do it, yeah, I can say yeah, whatever. We might have one with him, and if it's not available on that time, I might do the Emperor. You know, so we'll see. And I have to ask you the question about the poll about if you still want to continue the story next time and stuff. So we'll see, but soon. I love doing this too, but I want to do it good. So I hope the question was answered, and I'm glad you guys like this. I love this. I love Empreg so much. This is so adorable. Yeah. Hey, back mobile. Yeah, right. I most of I think all the characters I do, I kind of understand them. That's why I love cosplaying him, and I wanted to cosplay them. Well, thank you. I'm honest, I'm kind of transparent in a way. I just don't know. It's just normal to me. But thank you. Thank you so much. I'll try my best. Oh, of course I'd like to be your friend, Fiona. Wait, I don't want to miss anything. A Marble Moonlight said, as a cosplayer, do you think that the acting industry comes into it a lot, especially when in character? You mean the acting industry? You mean the acting? Sorry, just tell me because I don't know what you mean about industry. Because as a cosplayer, acting, because cosplay is two words, it's costume and um, playing the character. So for me, this is so really together a lot. When you do real cosplay, you do both. You don't have to play the character at all time, but I think it's part of it, and I like it. Of course, that's something. If I can give you an advice on this, when you're doing a characters that is mean or a villain or something, try to be considerate on people not knowing, try to balance the acting, because I'm not telling you are doing this. I don't think you are doing this, but all of you guys, I'm just saying I experienced and saw it, that some people sometimes they take this the personage being the character being mean person as an excuse to them acting a bad way with people, which don't do that unless you're joking with someone that knows the character, and you have a good feeling with, and you're doing both of you guys doing it as a teasing thing, having fun, role playing, it's all right. But yeah, don't you say weird things to people when you don't know them and make them uncomfortable and stuff. So just saying, in general, some people have been doing it, and I think I hope you understand what I mean. I've seen it happen, and people are like, yeah, it's because I'm the character. Yeah, no, just don't be rude to people. even if you're supposed to be a villain, those places, moments where you can roleplay this kind of character. So it was a tip for if you know ever try, and maybe you don't want to say anything mean, but maybe you could be doing this because you think that's what you're supposed to do. Just a tip. I hope I expressed myself well. I don't know. Tell me what you think. So, but yeah, acting is a big part of it, but don't go overboard. Depending on who you hang up with, who you know, the situation and all. Because I heard about someone that cosplayed Steel Phantom Hive that did did a finger to someone just because I don't even see Steel doing it really, and or the Count Phantom Hive doing it, and they just use the excuse, yeah, I'm mean, I'm Steel, just no. So yeah, but this was an interesting questions, and maybe I'll talk about it another time to making it more clearer than what it was. It was a blah 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 right now. I hope you got me still. But that was a good question, Marvel. What got me in cosplay? Loki from Avengers. I wanted to go see the movie, and I loved his character, and I was like, yeah, I wish I could, kind of dress like him, something. And in first, I didn't know you could do, cross dressing. Not cross dressing. Yeah, is it cross dressing? Crossplay. Crossplay, sorry. It's the same, but not exactly the same. I didn't know you could crossplay. First, so I did him as a female, but like, I know he can shift and do a lot of stuff, so I was like, yeah, I could do him as a female, but I did not do the one from the comic. I did my own version that looked like the Avengers, like where how he's dressed in the Avengers, and the headdress I designed it with someone that made it for me because I was really not a cosplayer at all. That's where I got and actually heard really about cosplay. So it's not that it hasn't been that long, but I always was like this. I didn't know it existed really, or it wasn't as present before. I don't know. Not in my town, not in my circle. And yeah, so I got into it when I was trying to make my costume, and I started, you know, I gone to Halloween, met some people that were cosplayer and talked to me about stuff, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I started getting into it, and it was yeah, it was like was there oh this boom cosplay. And I'm really glad it happened. It's a really big part of my life now, and it got me to know the character I love the most, Levi, but cosplaying the character I love to cos- cosplay the most and be the most, kind of my other personality would say. So yeah. Sorry, I hope I answered the question normally. Yeah, so actually Loki got me into cosplay, to say. The one from Avengers and Thor and Marvel. I love Marvel. That's why actually my username is Queen Becky, because that was my first cosplay. And then I did Sisi, the Empress of Austria, and I was doing Serenity, Princess Serenity. I was like, I need something that looks that is like royal or something. So I said Queen and then Becky, because my name is actually Becca, Rebecca, and Becky because the Ke is from Loki, and so it's like my name and stuff. So it was my first cosplay. That's why I did that, and that's how it was born. So yeah, Marvel got me into cosplay, kind of. That's actually one of the first cosplays that came from comics, I think, in America. That's the origin of cosplay, so it's always funny. If you wait. Oh, okay. I'll see your your message later, Fiona? Yes, if you need any advice on theater stuff, singing stuff, call Harley. She has a really beautiful voice. Any tips for people who aren't feeling good? Just so everyone here can be helped if they're sad. So, from Gracie. So, if you're feeling sad and stuff, something it happened to me, and so I try to say the best I can. What I do, it's complicated to get out of the rut of being really sad. Thing is, one of the things that helps me is like reading something that is happy, uh, sweet, like fluffy things. Reading fluffy fan fiction, stuff like this helps. It helps me. Um, Taking care of myself, take a bath if you have it. I don't have one, but I wish. Have a good shower. Maybe do a face mask. Lance would say that too. Take care of yourself. Don't stay in, because sometimes we do that, and it doesn't help us when we see ourselves in the mirror. You feeling miserable inside. Try Trying to not look as miserable outside helps a little, and it makes you feel better. Eating some chocolate helped me. It really, it has something that makes us feel better. The chocolate always helps kind of a little. I'm not saying it fixes everything, but it helps. And trying, if you when you feel comfortable enough to go out and be with some friends, it helps a lot too. Sometimes going on a walk on your own, listening to some music can help too. I love to do that. I love to be, walking and wherever, wherever. Me, sometimes I just like to go outside. Right now, I'm not doing that, but normally I like to do that. I like to go out at the sunrise, a bit before the sunrise, No, the sunset, sorry, sunset. A bit before the sunset, because this is a time where things are calm and it relaxes me. Just, yeah, so I hope it helps. But yeah, watching things that are cute or reading whatever is your thing, watching or reading. Uh, and eating some chocolate help. Talking to your friend. Um, have going on a walk, listening to some music. Try to not. Maybe you can hear when me sometimes when I'm sad I listen to sad songs, but then I try to go into the most, in first it helps because you can get it out, and then you go into the most happy, more happy songs that are like more, you know ding 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 ding. So I hope it helps. Wait, right. I mean, for the gender fluid Loki, yeah. No, I always had the tears. You cracked me up with this before. Yeah, fluffy fanfic helps. Really, it does. It feels good, and for a moment you forget about stuff. I think I answered everything. Please send the question again if I didn't answer your question. Oh, your natural hair is really beautiful. Thank you. How do you look after it? What shampoo do you use? Do you have a hair care routine? So, is it okay if I answer it in? If actually let Lance answer that next time, or do you want to have an answer now? Tell me what you think, because I think Lance will be better at this. But it's okay if you want me to answer right now. Okay, you have to go. Okay, Gracie, please be nice. We, Holly and I, we trust you. Okay, good. Then I answer it as Lance in the question thing. Cool. That's a good question. I have things to say about it. I'm not as the best at this than I know a bit less of this than I do for skin, but I know kind of a lot about hair too. So I mean, he does. If you could do a video with any other cosplayers or cosplayer from the same channel, who would you choose? That's a good question. There's so many people I like to do CMV with. I have to think about it. But there's so many people I'd like to cosplay with, to do CMV with. There's some people I film with that I'd like to film with again, and only it's planned. I can't wait to film again. I can't wait. And now we have the ring lights. I know, just mentioning it again, but I'm just happy about it. No, I don't know right now. I guess I'll tell you next time. But there's so many people I'd like to cosplay with, like, maybe, I don't even know if it will be interested in doing it, but Angry Jaeger is a really beautiful Levi, and, I'd like to do a video with only Weird too. That would be so cool. So maybe someday. Uh, there's many people I want to cosplay. Not just Levi's, but yeah, mostly Levi's. But not just Levi's. There's some. Oh yes, I'd like to. I'd like someday. I'd like it. I don't know what they feel about it, but me, I would love to do a video with, Cinnamons and Oh my god, no, I forgot. I forgot her username, but you know, the tea addict production. I love them so much. I'd love to be part of their thing. Uh, yeah. So them. I have a bad memory right now. I forget everything. Sporadic writer. Thank you so much. I love them. They're awesome. So I'd love to do collaborations with them someday if they want to. Um, there are many people I like and stuff, but right now I have bad memory. I think it's because I'm tired. So I won't be that long now. But yeah, I'll stay a little bit to see. This is an important to answer. Wait, it disappeared. Fluffy was asking a question. This is an important to answer, but what's your favorite Pokemon? Ponyta. Ponyta is my favorite, and it's my companion. I called him Ponyta Eren, and my name is Eren in the game. Yeah. Actually, he's not a Ponyta anymore. I evolved him, but it stayed named like I named him. I love my Ponyta, and I love Eevee a lot. Eevee's so cute. I know it's basic maybe to be like, oh, Eevee's so cute, and then I love Cubone too. I love a few Pokemon that I really like. Uh, and I love um Growleaf. I don't know how to call him, but you know, the kind of tiger one. Oh, I call Miss Jinx. I think it's like the meme, but the female one. She's funny. I have one. So if that's exactly, I'm not don't remember her name, but I think that was it. I know you like reading, but do you also enjoy poetry from Jewel of Forest? I love poetry. I don't read it as often, but I really love it. I actually wrote some. I don't know if I'm going to publish it someday, but I actually wrote some. Yay! Harley's back. Did you eat? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'll stay 15 minutes, but uh, maybe a bit less. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. I'm answering questions, but oh yeah, I'm tired right now, and it's late. It's like 3:60, 16. Sorry. Okay, I said it right. Oof. Just out of curiosity, have you seen the Seven Deadly Sin? If so, who's your favorite? Gracie. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Maybe someday. People are singing outside. I don't know what they're singing. But they're having fun. Cool. Togepi. I think I... Oh wait, I'm not sure about Togepi. Maybe I know him, maybe I don't. I have to see. Yeah, I just finished, the questions that you guys asked, checked, and then I have to go because I'm lacking some sleep. I need to sleep. And I know I won't go to sleep just right after because I can never do that. So it takes me a little while, so I hope I'll be in bed before 5 at least. Thank you. Yeah, he's cute. I have one. I have one Togepi. Thank you for telling me. So, funny story is, I was not into Pokemon before. When it was the movies, the TV show. I'm not really into this. I'm into the game a lot. I love the game. I'm sorry, I'm not in the real Pokemon person, but I love the game and I love the Pokemons. I love, being in it, but watching it, I don't know, not really into it. The song is funny. In French, we have a song for it. I don't know if you have one. Un jour je serai le meilleur dresseur. Je me battrai sans répit. Les Pokémon et leurs mystères, les secrets de leur pouvoir. Pokémon, attrapez-les tous. Just so this is a French song for Pokemon. I know this one. Maybe I made a mistake with it because I'm not. It's been a moment, and sometimes it looks this. The how do you call it? The little part of the song. Sometimes it looks a lot like each other. I'm not the most geek of it, but I still know the song. Yeah, that was a Pokemon theme in French. I'm sorry I didn't sing it really well. I was not going to do that, but I still did it because that's how I am, impulsive sometimes. And because I can't really, I can't really sing loud, really, really high right now because it's 3 in the morning. Oh my god. Yeah. Attraper-les tous means catch them all, too. And in the beginning, they're talking about the Pokemon. They want to be the best trainer. They want to learn about all the secrets of the Pokemon, blah blah blah. I don't know why I'm self-conscious about singing because outside they're screaming, crying. It's actually far away. Not that far away, but far away. I don't know, I'm still feeling self-conscious about singing really low. Thank you. Yeah, I guess that must be similar, and I didn't hear it in English. I do it. I can't do it right now because I don't want the live to be cut like last time with the song. So, actually, I hope no. I think me singing wouldn't do anything wrong, right? Well, I hope nothing bad happened. Really, maybe I shouldn't have sung it. So I think it's all for the question. Uh, don't please don't send me another one right now. I'll just check if I forgot one of them. And thank you, Joel. Thank you, everyone, frankly. You're just adorable, and I had a really fun time with you guys. Oh, okay, so if you ask a question and I didn't answer, you can send it back again now. But after that, I have to go because I'm honestly really tired. I'm not feeling that tired right now. I know I am, but because I'm energetic and having fun. But then I know as soon as I finish it, I'll be like, oh, and I won't move for a moment because I'm tired. I love you all. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you guys had fun. Oh, what's your favorite anime or favorite movie? Well, that's a really complicated question. Um, because I love not just one every time. I'm like, I'd say one of my favorite that I'm thinking about right now is The Man in the Iron Mask. It's a movie, and I love Notting Hill. You know, the like my chick flick things. No, the first one is not the chick flick, but the other one kind of. It's a romantic movie. I love it. Oh, the name of the fanfiction I was reading is Snow and Silence by Ellie Moran. I'll put the link in description before, just after the live stream, because every time I forget sometimes to do that because after I'm wiped. Maybe I'll tell you more of my favorite movies and over time, but those are really good favorite of mine. The Man in the Iron Mask is like, woo, a really good one and emotional. And if you love action, you'd love it. It's about Louis XIV of France, and a lot of things happening, drama, family things, but action a lot with the wait, what's the name for it? The swords. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you everyone. I really hope you had fun. I really, really, really had fun with you guys. And I'm so happy we got to be, having fun tonight. I did. I hope you did too. I'm repeating myself, sorry. You see, I'm tired. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here and being really sweet and respecting the rules too. And thank you, of course, my moderator, um, Harley, Harley Dust, and Gracie the mod helper. So thank you very much, and everyone, have a good night or day, whatever it is for you, and have a good weekend. I love you.